Join us in the inspiring tale of Dumpster Raptor, transformed from an illegal dumping eyesore into a magnificent, all-terrain four-wheel drive powerhouse. Brace yourself for an epic journey from start to finish. This is the story of Dumpster Raptor.
John hopes to raise awareness about illegal dumping in national forests to prevent off-highway vehicle, OHV, closures.
Hey there, I'm John, and I'm completely new to welding. Took a 2-day welding class at my local community college. Got hooked. I scored a Miller 211 welder during a sale. Couldn't weld a better deal. After asking around, everyone ranked Miller as the #1 welder you can purchase. I wanted something super reliable and be in my garage forever. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also in the comments, let me know what was your first welder you purchased. For the chassis, my budget was $3 grand, and the only thing I could find was on Facebook Marketplace, a 2015 Polaris Sportsman ETX, which has electronic fuel injection, selectable four-wheel drive, belt-driven CVT, low, high range, reverse neutral park, 600 pounds, and no power steering. This is day one, the build. At the junkyard, looking to get a nice seat for the go-kart, and this will do. I need to cut this off. I need to cut this off. I'm thinking about putting seat 1, 2 right there, and then making it a crew cab. So that would be in the back, and then a truck bed. All right, let's try this out. Yeah, this is comfortable. I feel like I'm on a couch. This is cool. I was thinking 2-seater. It'd be hilarious to see 2 adults on this. It's almost like riding a snowmobile with 2 adults. Kind of ride it like that. You sit. I don't want to put too much weight on it because it's not welded. Yeah, you sit like this. And then on the driver's side, do the same thing. 1 adult. Oh yeah, dude. This is comfortable. Compared to the Bronco, I'm building this to pick up trash out in the forest. Comfort, 4-wheel drive, maybe recover some people with it. How hilarious would that be? I want to keep the stock height because you need to stand up easily, right? You can kind of maneuver a little bit easier and then relax. This is really comfortable. It's my first time doing a project like this. I'm pretty excited. We'll see how this goes. Let's do it. So I went over to my buddy Dustin's at his shop at Flow Flab Freestyle, and he actually was the original person that built the Bronco. He taught me how to weld square tubing at a 90-degree angle. This is going to be the seat mount supports. All right, first tack. We don't need these. All right, so first tack, keep in mind this is my very first time actually welding. A little nervous, be a great learning experience. So I'm trying to merge this seat as a bench seat, but as you can see, we got this metal gap. So what I need to do, I'm gonna need to cut both of these off. Let's give it a shot. Just finished cutting this. Nice little bench seat. It's looking really good, actually. Big shout out to my best friend Trevor for coming over and helping me out with Dumpster Raptor. Check out Trevor's YouTube and Instagram. He loves to rally his Audi and his Honda Gold.
Is that a Goldwing out there? You grabbed this Goldwing? We got 3-wheel motion. We got bananas hanging off the back. Boom! You He's exploded!
Trevor and I also raced the Bronco and Goldwing at Flat Out Friday. Make sure you check out that video on this channel.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I know I'm trying, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
So I'm working on Dumpster Raptor, and what I find really funny is reusing a lot of material that's been dumped on Mount Hood National Forest. Obviously, I'm using the body that was dumped on the forest, and I'm using this bed frame for the seat mount. I think it's just kind of funny. Somewhat of a tilt on it. They're not fully mounted yet. I like where the seats are at right now. Alright, so I didn't do a fantastic job of welding, but it will do the job. The seat is tightened where I like it. What's cool about this setup as of right now, put in here and here, and this is actually a really comfortable seat. The driver's side, you put your right foot in first, left foot back in, and this is actually a really comfortable seat as of right now, the way it's set up. So doing some brainstorming here. This steering column goes all the way down there about 2 feet. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting this right here and then running this new steering column here and then run a U-joint and angle it to the steering wheel, replicating what the Bronco did. Now this is what Dustin did on the Bronco, which I've been kind of studying. His Honda stock steering column is right here, and then if you look to the top over here, he did the same exact thing where that steering column is here, point down right there. He ran a new steering column shaft in the old one, almost like a sleeve, and then he welded it on the top. Curious on the new shaft if it went all the way down or if he only went a couple inches. So that's where I'm brainstorming at. I've been hammering at this for about 25 minutes. This is like the farthest I can get it. You know, I've been using this hammer, a smaller hammer. Got about 1.5 inches of sleeve. Was hoping to have at least like 2-3 inches as a sleeve, but man, this is the farthest I can go. This thing is pretty solid. I mean, it's shaking the whole rig, and this is about where I want to be at. If I go higher, I'm gonna start binding, which we don't want. We'll start getting steering done. Making a little bit of progress on Dumpster Raptor. Created this out of bed frame that was dumped, kind of funny. And I must have spent 10 hours drilling a hole here. I had to like increase my drill bits. I had to buy this special one. Finally got it. It's gonna suck not have our power steering. As of right now, we have some steering. Next on the to-do list. All right, making some progress here. I just installed the steering wheel, just kind of hammered it in, kind of polished up here so I can slide it. It's gonna be my first time sitting in it with the steering wheel. And let's go ahead and, yeah. So obviously, I need to weld this up here. Making some great progress here. The steering wheel feels good, feels comfortable. You know, I'm gonna stand up and still ride this thing. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Putting the exhaust on hold because we need a bracket for the exhaust. Brainstorming here. What I want to do is build some square tubing, cross beam it down that way, serve as support for the bed, support for the exhaust mount, and also serve as a bumper. As you can see from my nice little sketch here, bird's eye view, the exhaust is going to go out this way, right? Here's the stock chassis where the truck bed is. This is the truck bed bumper I'm looking to build. So what I need to do is cut 6 inches over here, 6 inches of square tubing over here, and then in between, it's going to be like the bed support. All right, so already cut that piece up. It's going to be for the rear bumper. And as of right now, everything's looking good. Not feeling any retention when you cross in like that. So we're gonna go ahead and tack this. Hopefully I would like to tack this. I actually have to wake up really early tomorrow for work, but bumper is pretty much done. This lines up perfect. However, this is offline a little bit. While I'm still brainstorming on that, it's time to build a bracket for the front body. This is a stock bolt for the stock plastics. And what happens is the hood drops in and the plastic is like that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna butt joint metal here so we can put this bolt directly on there. Same with this. I'm liking where everything is right now. Obviously the seats look good. Spring cleaning's around the corner. You can hear my allergies. Apologize for that. Happy Easter 2024. He has risen. Amen. Goal is to get this done in 2 weeks because there's a race in Washington. I really want to ride in the pits with this thing. A little fuse has been lit up under my butt, just like that. And I'm hoping to get this thing moving. Came across a minor roadblock. I was not thinking. The original plan was I was going to rivet. This is in the way. I can't use this tool. Go ahead and mount the exhaust pipe to this. And then I'm going to weld this L bracket or bed frame directly to the rear bumper. And this is going to serve as our exhaust bracket. So this is what I ended up doing. Since I couldn't really get a drill gun because of this cross beam right here, originally I was just going to mount it directly to this bumper. This is off a bed frame dumped out on Mount Hood National Forest. You got to love that fact that I'm using a lot of scrap metal that's dumped in the forest to build this Power Wheels that was dumped in the forest. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. Ended up cutting a hole, nice little square tubing so it can sit flush there. Holding the exhaust the way I like it. To my local auto parts store. I never used one of these, but I already broke it. Original plan was I was gonna slide this over like so with the exhaust expander and then go straight there. Unfortunately, that's not going to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this a little bit more to slide it in. And if you look here, right where it tapers in, if I could just get a little bit to overlap, I'll be able to weld it. If you look here, I'm offline. If I trim more, I'll be dead straight. Weld to the existing exhaust pipe, connect the J pipe like so. We will have an exhaust pipe. Right now we are ready to weld the exhaust bracket. Put end caps on here. About to tack this up. Alright, so for some reason it's in limp mode. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I think the fuel pump needs to be replaced. I'm not exactly sure. Good news is we were able to trim this, and now we have the stock snorkel for the CVT. That looks good. I might try to tighten things here, make sure there's no air leaks coming in. We'll try this experiment one more time, but I'm convinced that it's the fuel pump. Okay. I actually figured out what was making the check engine light trigger and why it was sputtering. I did some kind of stupid, but essentially what happened was the OEM switch is not long enough. So I'm like, all right, let me put the switch here, put it on a dash down the road, and let's get a new throttle and put the throttle here. Well, the throttle sensor is all integrated in this unit. Putting the switch back to here, and now it revs perfectly. Me being stupid, we're gonna have to extend this four-wheel drive throttle sensor switch so it can reach all the way to the steering wheel. First test drive, everything's not even tacked. It's just kind of loosely fitted. My neighbor joined me on my very first test drive.
Freaking awesome!
Alright, doing a sound test. This is the KTM exhaust. Like a Honda Grom. I'm liking this KTM setup better. One, it looks better aesthetically. Two, it's not super loud compared to the Grom. We're also going to be sound compliant with the KTM exhaust. The Honda Grom exhaust would be so much easier. It'd just be a straight one exhaust and then build a bracket. And then this is kind of like a lot of action, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. And before I even weld on this stuff, this is like really thin, so I'm gonna have to play around with my settings on the welder, do some practice runs before I even attack the exhaust. So before I weld, let me clean my shop, convert these Tacs to welds. Okay, so just completed the rear exhaust bracket. So now it's fully welded, no longer tacked. And now I'm kind of test fitting the custom exhaust. I really like the way this looks. I just need to make a few adjustments. This is looking really good. I really like the way the KTM exhaust looks. It does have a spark arrestor in here. You can see here. So if we go on public lands, we're going to be A-OK. Especially when we go out patrolling for some trash, some litter patrol. We're gonna be all legal. We're gonna break for lunch, get some fuel for the Soul, custom weld and exhaust, and hopefully ride in this weekend. Keep in mind, this is my first project, and exhaust is, I don't know, it's extremely hard to weld, especially in like difficult areas. I'm gonna go ahead and start this up for the first time. Yeah, that's not bad right there. Good, good. And then, you know, I got a switch. I'm like, tack it at a different angle. Oh, this is ugly. Let's see if it does the job. There is an exhaust leak right here. I can feel it. Oh, there's definitely an exhaust leak. There's no exhaust leak here. I'm not feeling any, oh. Maybe a faint one. It's difficult to weld, but I marked it. Oh yeah, you can see where I missed. Yeah, see where that Sharpie is? That there was a good exhaust leak there. Okay, today's objectives: fix exhaust leaks, custom mount this exhaust shield. Okay, must have done like a couple of exhaust leaks right on the bottom where it's hard to reach. Yeah, I'm not feeling any exhaust leaks, and it sounds really good. God said, let there be light. Got one in. This seems to be working. Here's the old light. This is the incandescent one. I ordered some LED ones. Doing my best to shape a little pattern to where you can go in like this and turn it to the right, attach it with the Phillips. I need to do the other side, drill a hole through here. I'll have headlights. The next electrical thing I need to do, I need to extend the 4-wheel drive switch so it can reach the steering wheel. And I need to figure out how I can clean up the dash to where it sits nice and flush. And then we can have a nice clean windshield, which is fantastic because it would cover up all this clutter stuff here. It'll look like a true mini Ford Raptor. So lights are installed. Dude, it looks so sick. What's driving me nuts is like I really want to get the amber lights in. I don't have any ambers right now. Definitely on my wish list for sure. This is sick. Big shout out to my friend Owen and Trevor. Trevor and Owen helped me get ready for Core Powersports race number 1. You can actually see that full video in my YouTube channel. The link will be in the description below. Make sure you like and subscribe.
I gotta cut some more.
Oh man, that's all right.
Where? This thing's quick, dude.
It doesn't look slow.
It said 60. I don't know if that's accurate.
60 in a 25?
That's accurate.
Oh, it's on kilometers an hour.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're not speeding that much.
No. Hey.
It's scary.
Well, the cool thing is you can stand on that.
Yeah, I guess so. Or if you need to get your weight back farther, just do that.
Eager to go out in the pit. First time taking Dumpster Raptor out. Amazing. This thing's awesome. I was hauling 2 people on it around the pits. It was fantastic. However, there's still a lot of work to do. Starting from the front, this hood would fly up when gaining speed. So we need to figure out a good way to latch it. We need to mount this odometer and also the key to the dash. We have to create a nice sissy bar for the passenger. Definitely need to mount this bed. And I figured the best way to do that is the 2 bolts here with a flag mount for the dunes. We need to figure out something about the air filter. Mud was just kicking everywhere. We need to protect that air filter. I might do like a sleeve, kind of like that. We might do a snorkel. Haven't figured that out yet. I want to say it's probably like 80% done. Lessons learned, what worked, what didn't work. But overall, this thing is a blast. So 1 person riding it, you can haul butt. 2-seater, you don't want to haul butt too much, but you can, and it's super sketchy with 2 people. But if you're putting around the pits, it's super fun. Bronco did great out in the race. I still don't know the results on the race. Bronco is classic. It kicks butt, and now it has a friend. If anyone wants to go riding with me, you know, or a family member comes over, they got an extra user-friendly machine to ride because it's automatic. This one is high performance, stick shift, full clutch. It's crazy. Oh yeah, and then we need to trim a little bit more here. There's a lot of miscellaneous things, and I got to create a new list on the whiteboard, but overall, fantastic and a blast. God bless. I did something really stupid. This is not gonna work. This needs to go forward more, this handlebar. That was very stupid. Very stupid. You know what's crazy is I did tack it, and I'm like, why am I tacking it? Let me just weld the whole thing, and then I'll weld onto here. I don't know, I'm stupid. Okay, I fixed my mistake. I moved it forward. So next thing I'm gonna be going ahead and doing, this was a practice one, 3/4. Amber here, and then we'd like to run 3 ambers here. Just completed lights, and it looks amazing. Just got to clean up a little bit in the grill here, and I'm gonna put everything back. But that is so sick. Oh my goodness. I got the air box in. When it was open, just mud was just flinging straight to the filter, which was really not good. I'm also gonna trim this up like it was when it was stock. Down the road, we'd like to get some cup holders in here. That'd be hilarious. And the stock shifter from the Power Wheels. Next thing, mounting the bed. I remember when Trevor was hitting some of the whoops on the little pit bike track, the bed just flew off. What I'm gonna do, because the truck bed sits here, and then the square goes here, truck bed right here. 2 rivets here, and this will go over the truck bed so you can carry like cargo. I need to extend this. I'm going to cut a piece of this bed frame, complete it right over here, extend this out so we can have a nice flag mount. Maybe 2 of them, thinking out loud. Yeah, that might actually be really cool, is extend this a little bit longer, extend this a little bit longer, and have 2 flag mounts. That might actually be really cool. Got tail lights we need to mount to the body. Bought these quick disconnects, and just be easy to get the truck body off with 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here. Quick disconnect, remove the truck body. Same with what I did up front. I did like a quick disconnect in case I ever need to remove the body for whatever reason. Making great progress. Finally drilled the holes, and I'm about to rivet. Cousin, where you going? I'm about to rivet this for the truck bed mount. Where'd you go, boy? Cousin. I'm not very good with this, but I should be able to get the job done. So that's 1, 2, 3. That looks good. Problem with these is like sometimes if you over tighten it, bolt won't go straight. Just finishing. It looks perfect. Ring will go right there. Next, taillights. Need to wire it. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm like so close to the finish line with this thing. So I just want to put the body on it, and then I want to put tail lights on this thing. I cannot wait for summer 2024. The thing about living in Oregon, you got these beautiful trees and they're fueled by this rain. Anyway, getting off track here. Got the little dome light. Unfortunately, I need to run the stock OEM, at least one of them, for the brake lights to work. Pushing in the brake light. And it's kind of cool because if you think about it, it also acts as a dome light, like a red dome light. So like the interior has a dome light, exterior has a actual functioning brake light. That's freaking hilarious. The rear tail lights like that. Alright, here to go on our first ride. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Kawasaki's all ready. Oh boy. Alright, there you go. I don't think I have any. That is one thing I forgot. Duct tape.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I love seeing stuff like this.
It's pretty hilarious having 2 adults on it. Those are Ford Ranger seats.
Shut up. You got 2 people.
Yeah, I reused a lot of stuff that was dumped and at junkyards. So like this was a bed frame.
Does it
Like,
do well out here on the sand?
yeah, and it's doing pretty good. You know, it's 300 cc, so it's not powerful, but it does the job.
soaked. Was it worth it? Yes. Good boy. Alright, so Kawasaki and I are wrapping it up here out in the dunes. Dumpster Raptor did absolutely awesome out in the dunes. I lowered the PSI to 7 PSI and I had it in 4-wheel drive with the stock tires, and it did fantastic. Now it's time to head back home. Saturday night, got trips in the morning. So God bless you guys. Next on my to-do list is I want to build a little rack here. You see my idea. I want to cut this in half and then build a little like carrier rack, and once that's installed, attach a little fire extinguisher on this side. This side I want to do the same thing, but instead of a fire extinguisher I want to attach a shovel. Got the first mock-up here. Excuse the poor welds. This stuff is super thin. I think this came off like a broken chair, like one of those collapsible chairs. This is really thin material too. This square tubing was actually pretty good. This whole mechanism was scrapyard. This used to be on the Bronco. I like that one better. First mock-up looks good. One thing I really wish I can do is copy and paste for the other side. Copy and paste. You know, I spent maybe like 3 hours doing this. Now I gotta do it again on the other side.
We're doing one gun.
We got a fire pit. We just got here really late. Wow,
It's like 10:30.
yeah! Woo! You guys are too heavy.
Not bad for a complete noob. God bless you guys. I'm gonna call it a night here and we'll get after it.